program.
There he is.
That is
There you are.
very heartwarming to hear that. And also, Taufiq, how is the Eid celebration in Leiden? Are there any restrictions during the festivities?
First off, thank you for the congratulatory remarks. And in regard to Eid celebration here, if I remember correctly, since March this year, even though coronavirus has not gone away, nearly all health measures have been lifted, except in some places such as airports and planes. You no longer have to wear face masks or keep the 1.5 social distance. So basically, restrictions have been greatly eased. And as a result, the easing of these restrictions, of course, has positive impact on the Eid celebration here in the Netherlands, especially in Leiden, where I currently live. Everyone can get together without the number of limit, can travel relatively easier from one city to another. So all in all, it has practically returned to normal here, and Eid celebration has become festive again.
Taufiq, how do you and your family adapt to the local culture, especially when it comes to Ramadan and Eid? I'm pretty sure there's no holiday pay or THR in the Netherlands.
Actually, there is.
There is.
Well, we adapt very reasonably well, except, for example, when you have to fast, because it is longer here. It's springtime here, and you have to perhaps extend your fasting period up to more than 3 hours compared to when you have to do it in Indonesia.
Okay, so Taufiq, how did Indonesians in the Netherlands, especially in your city, in Leiden, celebrate this year's Eid? Can you take us through your day?
Yes, certainly. Even though every major Dutch city almost always has a grand mosque, Indonesian friends throughout the country, throughout the Netherlands, would usually go to the Al-Hikmah Mosque, which is located in The Hague. And yesterday morning, a very large congregations attended this mosque for the morning prayer. A very huge, joyful crowd, as you can see on the screen. And so huge that many of them actually could not be contained by the mosque alone, so that they had to perform the Salat Idul Fitri outside, or on the patio, or on the streets adjacent to the mosque. And in the years before the pandemic hit, after the prayer, the Indonesian embassy would host an open celebration where almost everyone could go to. Virtually everyone, be them Dutch or Indonesians, Muslims or not. And accordingly, the celebration was often very warm and festive, equipped with musical entertainment and culinary delights and whatnot. So it's very festive, it's fun, and very welcoming.
We all know that Indonesians in the Netherlands are relatively familiar, and we also probably have lots of families living there in the Netherlands. I don't know about in Leiden. Like any others large community in one country, is there any festival held by Indonesian community there? Like we all know about the Tong Tong market, if I'm mistaken. So during this Eid celebration, is there any festival being held there?
Tong Tong festivals, interesting that you must have been there.
Yes, we did.
I'm living, because there are many Indonesian students living in the Netherlands, and then there are also a huge Indonesian diaspora in the Netherlands, especially in Leiden, because somehow Leiden is considered to be the Mecca of Indonesian studies. So for example, in one neighborhood alone, it feels like it's Kampung Melayu, and then we would get together and then throw a party, and then cook sate ayam, which is also a familiar cuisine here in the Netherlands. And we also share joys and happiness here all together. And normally, as to the festivals, celebrations is very much informal rather than
I see.
especially organized by certain EO and whatnot.
I see.
Taufiq, I want to get to my favorite topic, which is food. So
Right on.
are there any local delicacies that Indonesians or Muslims in the Netherlands enjoy? They're specific to
Local delicacies. Interesting questions. Most Indonesians living in the Netherlands, in their attempt to cure their longing for Indonesia, would make savory and spicy meals that we all would have during the Lebaran celebration in their home country or in Indonesia. You know, rendang, ketupat, sambal goreng ati,
Yeah.
or the spicy mix of fried potatoes, chicken liver,
That's
gizzards,
right,
fresh
sambal
chili
goreng
flakes, all
ati,
those
yeah.
delicious dishes. As for the cookies that are very commonly found in Indonesia, such as nastar, kue salju, lapis legit, I can go on and on. We don't have to make them anymore because they are widely available now in nearby shops or supermarkets.
Oh,
Because
okay.
it just so happened that I think the colonial legacy, we happen to affect each other.
Yeah,
For
that's
example,
right.
the lapis legit is called stay cook here. So they taste pretty much the same. So we influence each other, and that's in regard to food.
Well, will you?
Looking forward for you to coming here, and then we can taste them
Oh.
all.
Yeah.
You know what? Best believe that we are actually longing so much to go to the Netherlands.
Well, you know, you mentioned all this food. We want to know what's your favorite food.
Yes,
what's your
of
favorite
course.
eat dish or something that you've missed the most around this time.
Huh. So it just happened. It just so happened that yesterday afternoon, the Indonesian community here in Leiden threw a potluck party in the backyard of our apartment complex. And in that fun afternoon, we had a lot of Lebaran food and refreshment, which we greatly enjoyed. But I think I have a new favorite Lebaran food now. There was this one dish that I somehow like very much now. I never had it like this before, and it was called it was a salted fish that my friend from Makassar cooked. If I remember it right, she called it ikan asin takalar.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know
Oh
how
my
she
God.
fried it,
Yes.
in which temperature, but this salted fish, when eaten with a rice cake or lontong, was unlike any other salted fish that I had tasted before. It was a great entertainment to my taste buds.
Yeah. Yeah.
The aroma was not too strong. It did not have pungent odor, and most importantly, it was very crunchy and comforting at the same time. So, you know, it wraps me in a big food hug with memories of family celebrations. Seriously, you should try it. So I have new favorite, from opor to that Makassar salted fish now.
Very glad that you actually enjoy the time of celebration of this Eid. But on behalf of Indonesian students and also Indonesian community in Leiden, do you have anything to say to your fellow Indonesians probably spread all over the world at the moment, watching the show?
Definitely, I think at the time of the year, you should enjoy the celebrations and make sure that you stay happy, stay awesome, and I hope you all embrace much harmony. That's all that I can say, I think.
All right. Thank you so much, Taufiq, for your stories. And also, it always feels very delightful to share stories from different countries and
Yes.
also a different situation there. And one last thing. Do you miss Indonesia? And if you do, what do you miss the most from the country?
Definitely, I miss Indonesia so much. We have been away for almost 6 years now, and we haven't got the chance to return to Indonesia to specifically celebrate Lebaran. So I am more than Bang Toyib. Hopefully, in the near future, we can go back to Indonesia and celebrate Lebaran there. And since I come from Bandung, and Bandung is the pivotal city of good food,
Yes,
delicious
that's
food.
right.
So I can help but to devour those local foods. I miss them especially.
All right. Thank you so much, Taufiq. And